What's up, beautiful collectors and Transformer fans? It's the one and only Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at something that is unfortunately sold out. So I'm sorry, the only place that you guys are going to be able to pick this up is going to be on places like eBay. But I wanted to do it because an incredible channel member of mine sold this set to me at an outstanding price. This set easily goes for over $100, and he basically just charged me $30 or whatever the retail price was on it. And I wanted to do a video, obviously to kind of show it off and highlight some of it, but really to say thanks to you, Jermaine. That was incredibly kind, and I really do appreciate it. Now, the main part of this set is well, it's kind of broken up, but it's basically this guy, which is the Centurion Drone. As you can see, he is just a repaint of, and I've never done a review of him, but I've had him here for the longest time. Here is Brunt. I never did a review on him because, well, honestly, while I liked him, and I mean, he's a kind of almost like an accessory for Trypticon, I just never got around to it. And then by that point, nobody's going to care to see this. So, I've just been having that for a while. So, we do have this guy. I'm not going to focus on him really all that much, honestly, or go through the transformation or do anything like that, because it doesn't really interest me, honestly, all that much. What I really wanted this set for were all the accessories. This is a drone. I mean, the Centurion Drone were in the G1 cartoon. They didn't really look like this, other than the silver color, but I just don't have a real interest in the guy. So if you wanted to see a review of that, I'm sorry. I'm mostly just gonna show off all the accessories. So starting off first, we do get a little teeny tiny version of, if it'll focus, of well, Reflector. It doesn't seem to want to focus. Maybe go like that. There we go. Unfortunately, he's not colored at all, which is definitely a disappointment with some of the parts with this. It's cool that we're getting them, and you can use them really with any of the figures, because you can see you got a 5mm post right there. I just wish he was colored. Let's bring in Sideswipe here. I mean, literally, all you do is put that down there, and now you have him holding Reflector, which I don't know why he would be doing that, but there's that. So taking that, putting that off to the side. That's kind of cool, though. I do like it, but not one of the accessories I was super excited about. You also do get a little miniature Soundwave. Now, as you can see, you got some color actually on here, which looks good, but he's done up in his cassette player, so it definitely doesn't really fit with the whole Siege aspect, because he didn't transform into a cassette player. Earthwise, yeah, but nothing really there. And then I'm trying to see, there's like a little peg hole right there, so I don't know really how you could have him holding that. I mean, I guess you could do, does that kind of sit there? I don't even know if it kind of sits there. I mean, some of these figures have a little post and everything for the little blast effect parts, but I mean, it is what it is. I wish there was a Decepticon logo on there. That's the only thing I would really say that I wish was done differently. On this, it's perfectly fine, and I mean, obviously, they have the whole mass shifting thing there, so there's that. You also do get, and again, coloring is disappointing. This is a little handheld Shockwave. You can see, again, I don't know why Sideswipe would be doing it, but you can have him hold Shockwave. It's cool. You know, there's a couple times that Shockwave was wieldable by other bots, so you do get that. But again, I wish they would have put some like purple color or mold this in purple or something like that, just to give it a little bit more of a realistic look. It's not bad. I love the fact that we're getting extra weapons, because some figures, like that Sunstreaker that I looked at, We didn't get a weapon with him. Now, I did find another one that I used, but this could have been a set that you could have used that with. Obviously, not Shockwave, but there is that guy. This is also fun. So you get this. I don't even know how well this is going to be able to come out. That is a little tiny Optimus Prime figure. I don't know why you would want one like that, other than maybe other than perhaps like for Unicron to have this, although Optimus Prime and Unicron were never together. But you can see just how tiny this guy is when you compare him to everything else. I mean, here is a Energon Cube. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can do that. So you do get that little accessory. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. As I did show, you do have 2 Energon Cubes. They're hollow, and this one's got this weird wave through it, almost like it's being filled, I guess. But it looks kind of strange, honestly. But I'm just gonna like have them sit right there. I always love having extra Energon Cubes. There have been ones that have come out throughout the years. But what's interesting is the actual instructions show like a little handle on it where they could hold an Energon Cube, and there isn't any of that. I wish they would have put that on there. That would have been cool. You do have like little holes on here. So again, I don't know if any of these figures, I'm trying to look around here and see if any of these toys have those little bumps on them, and I don't see any. But like I said, I wish it did have that little handle so you could plug that in there like that, as if they're holding an Energon Cube. That would have been a cool additional thing. But I love having Energon Cubes. Those all add up nicely. You also do get this. Now, as you can see, I got Ravage inside there because this is the cage that Ravage was kept in one of those first episodes. It opens just like that, and you just put Ravage on the inside, like so. And then you just, if it's a little bit tricky, get that in, and then just close that up. That is really cool. I dig that. I don't know if I'm going to really use that as a display option. I might, actually. But you got a little lock right there, which is cool. And I love the fact that you can use it. Now, this whole thing looks like it was molded in a clear plastic and then painted black. So maybe that's where most of the paint budget went to paint clear plastic black. But they did a really good job. You can even see, like, right here, the posts here are clear. So that's really cool. I dig that. It's a little bit tricky sometimes to line it up to get it close, but that is a neat little accessory. You also do now get officially a little roller, which does look good. Again, real nice paint on this little guy. You got the little bit right there where you can take Optimus Prime's gun. This is, I'll do a closer comparison later on. You can plug that on there, or let's see, here we go. Here's the trailer. Bring the trailer out here. So you can open this guy up. Obviously, he's going to fit in there. So you can have him store inside there and have him roll out. But you can also, if you're so inclined, you have that little post right there, and you can take that, plug that in, and now Roller can pull that a la one of those episodes. Again, I don't remember which one it is. But it's cool to get an official one. I do really like that. You can't really have anybody sit inside there. Kind of like that 3D printed one that my buddy did a little bit more. Because as it is, I mean, it just... Oh, and it actually has like a little post right there that works with that. So you can literally lock... If I can do it. There we go. So you can literally lock that in there, which is a nice little touch. But like I said, I kind of like the other one a little bit more. This is nice. And it's cool to finally get one. And I'll probably have that hang out with this guy just like that. But you do now officially have a little roller that you can use. Now to get to some of these bots, here we have Trailbreaker. And in one episode, he had a radar dish that came out. So here... you have a radar dish. It plugs into that. One place where his actual other accessory went. So You do have that. I like it. Again, it's just done in this gray plastic. I wish there was more paint thrown into a lot of these. I don't know. I mean, maybe not give us that and paint this kind of stuff. So you do have that, which is really cool. Cliff Jumper here. I got a couple things here. So this is Cliff Jumper's, I guess, glass cannon. He has that big giant one, if you remember, and that's what he came with. But this is a little bit more of a handheld one. This was one that I was thinking about using for Sunstreaker until I found another one that I could use. But you do have that, and that, again, gives him a little bit smaller of a weapon because that over-the-shoulder cannon that he comes with just in general is really massive. And because I haven't gotten Bumblebee yet, but it's the same basic figure, this is Bumblebee's gun. Again, no paint on here. They're just molded in this plastic, which, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. But this is Bumblebee's gun. This is Cliff Jumper's. So great addition to both of those figures to armor them up some. And like I said, I kind of like this one. I think I'm going to use this for Cliff Jumper just because it's smaller than that giant cannon that I was having to kind of make space for. That was a little bit of a pain in the butt. Coming over to Sideswipe. He comes with his Jetpack. Again, I kind of wish that this was specifically like maybe done in a silver plastic, but you got this, which just pegs into the back section here. And I like how it is, you got two things right here. So you can see it is curved to fit perfectly along his windshield here in the back. That's really cool. He used it in like the first episode quite often, and he even gave it to Optimus Prime. So you can come around here to the back, and now you have this little top one that you can peg in to give him. This kind of gets in the way a little bit, honestly. So, I mean, I don't know. How would you do this? Maybe this works a little bit better with the Siege one, but it does sit there. I guess it really doesn't matter. It just doesn't get in all that well, and if you push it. So, you can use this for both of these guys. Maybe if I open that a little bit more, you can finagle it. So, you have an accessory that kind of works for both of these guys, which I think is really cool. Obviously, just because he shared. You know, he's a sharing guy. Because sharing is caring. Yeah. So there's that. Now we have Ironhide. Ironhide, again, in 1G1 episode. Now, this is the Siege one. I haven't gotten the Earthrise one yet. It is on the way. It's been delayed like 3 times. He comes with his drill gun. This is really cool. Again, it's just done in this gray plastic. Any of the characters here can hold them because all the handles are basically the same. Kind of like that, too, actually, just putting that there. So you do have that. Was this the one? Did he use this drill when they discovered the Dinobots? I'm trying to remember. But, I mean, that just looks cool. I think that's neat. Again, just the gray plastic, so you know what you're looking at there. For Optimus here, going back to him, he does come with his Energon Axe. Now, again, these two are the Earthrise figures, not the Siege ones. So I don't know if they're meant to go with one or the other. It works for both, but you can see that you kind of like rotate his hand and then put that in there. I think like it even kind of shows it like that. I'd have to remember. I'm trying to remember the episode. I know they were both in their right hand, but either way, I kind of like going like that. You can't go like that to put it on the top, but rotating it around, you get him to hold it, and it looks fine from this angle. That side obviously just looks like a sideways hand, but that is cool. I dig it. A really nice yellow translucent plastic. Looks sharp and very nice homage to that G1 thing. I guess I should just stay with Optimus because he does come with a new blaster. This one, I like it, but this is what he came with. This is huge. It's like twice the size. Yeah, it's like twice the size of it. I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, who's not going to want Optimus Prime with a big giant gun, first of all? But, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this just looks way too big. I feel. I mean, I guess you can get that more iconic kind of pose where, not even really. I mean, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like this is way too big. It looks very cool. In my opinion, the overall. Why are you not? Let go of it, Optimus. Overall, I like the look of it. I also like the fact that it's got a black handle. This handle, and then this stupid thing. It doesn't have the stupid post that hangs out. This one you can transform and incorporates with that. This one I'm really on the fence with. This one looks good enough, I think. This one looks great. It's just so big, and then it does have the little blast effect that you can put in there. So I mean, you can do that. Could you do that with that one? No, you could do that one with that too. So I guess that really doesn't matter that much. But this is a personal preference thing. I just feel like this is a little bit too big for him. So personal preferences. That's what it's all about. How do you want your toys to be displayed? So, I mean, I'll put that in there. I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, the thing's almost as big as his body. So, there's that. Now, we come to the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron. There's a couple things here. He does come with a smaller version of himself. You can remove the silencer, which is nice. You have a little keyhole section that fits in with the trigger or the aim thing right there. So there is one specific way that you put that in there. And then you can see you got some black paint here for the scope, the handle, all that stuff. It is kind of weird to have Megatron being held by himself. But hey, why not? You can do something like that if you want. You also do get his Energon mace. Now this, again, I kind of feel like this was more designed for the Siege one, because he doesn't really hold this all that well. I guess you kind of can do it still. But like you have this opening here, really nice Decepticon logo there at the top. Translucent, you got a chain that's fixed. Doesn't bother me really all that much. But like if you go on the bottom side here, let's see. If you go over here, it's, yeah, see, kind of, because like the panels on the side here kind of bump up against these, so it doesn't really hold very well. Plus you got like a little triangular section right there that it seems it fits on this side a little bit better. So at least I think it does. Yeah, so that it slides down like that. I just don't like that side section, and then getting it out is really tough to do. But yeah, like I said, I kind of like, you do that. I kind of like having that gap on the outer side, or the purple bit, but it doesn't really fit that way. So you kind of have to do it like that. I just don't like that opening there. And then once you get in there, it crams in there really tight. So like from that angle, it looks pretty good. So I'm okay with that. Again, I just wish it was done a little differently. That's not a bad thing. Just like I said, I just wish it was done just a hair different. Overall, though, I'm really happy with the overall set. I think that they did a great job on it. I wanted to get it before, and then totally forgot when it went up for pre-order, and then I absolutely missed it. So I was really kind of bummed out with that. But again, I got to send a huge shout out to my buddy Jermaine. He's a channel member of Optibotimus Plus, pledges his support monthly to that, and then to go ahead and give me such a phenomenal deal on this was really, really cool, dude. I can't thank you enough. I really do appreciate it. All in all, though, I do like the set. I think that it was really well done. I wish that the paint was a little bit better, but I still do think that it's worth it. It's not worth it at that ridiculous over $100 price, to be totally honest. I mean, some people are going to want it because exclusive, figure, exclusive accessories and stuff. But that over $100 price point is definitely going to turn a lot of people off. unless you were absolutely desperate to get it. So at the regular retail price, I think that it's a good deal. Over that, though, I mean, $50 might be like the most. $50-$60 might be the absolute most, especially now that it's sold out. So I can see it doing that. But 100 and over, nah. But there you go, guys. The look at the Centurion Drone Weaponizer pack. Mostly just looking at the accessories. So once again, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one very small thing for me. Not a lot of people do it, which is why I mention it all the time. Maybe mention it gets you guys to not want to do it. Who knows? Either way, I'd appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, gotta send a huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members, who through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. Because a channel member hooked me up with this. So if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron like these guys, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Optibotimus. Or if you want to keep all of your perks and rewards right here on YouTube like these guys do, consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus. And for that, all you have to do is click on that little join button right down there. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.